then.
Surprising what he's knocking around here. Kingfishers in the lodge as well, jays, woodpeckers, all sorts.
Owls and bats. I live around here. I will get bats and all sorts around here.
Yeah.
Dusk.
You might wonder centuries ago how they knew where coal existed. One way was an obvious outcrop on the ground and they would look at where it was. Another way of spotting where coal existed was in cuttings, such as round the corner where the brook is. You might see a coal seam in cross section and then just drive a tunnel straight into it. The other way, going back centuries, at least to the 16th century and beyond, was using divining rods, not metal ones. They'd use hazel twigs. Really they work by variations in the magnetic fields in relation to the material that's underneath you. So if you thought, well, I'm going to walk the ground today to see if there's anything obvious, any coal seams in the area, you would walk the ground. For instance, and I know there's a shaft here, so you'd walk on, you see the rods crossing now, there, on the edge. It's not me doing that. You know, any variation in the sort of magnetic fields within the land will be picked up by divining rods. There, see the crossing again. Even when I do it, there are some people who don't believe it's true and they think it's me. Helen back home, she's like that. There are people make a living out of using divining rods, and they'll go to places like Cornwall where they're desperate for water supplies, and they'll walk the ground and say, yeah, there's a stream down there about 50 metres, and they'll even say how many gallons per minute it might produce. So you might think, well, that's a bit of a con, isn't it? But boreholes are driven and they come up with the goods and they can be very accurate. So these professional diviners, but it sounds ridiculous, they speak to the rods. So they'll go up to an old shaft like this, and the rods will cross like that, and then they speak to the rods and they say, how deep is this shaft while the rods are crossed, and so they let the rods cross and they say, how deep is this shaft? Is it 1 metre, 2 metres, 3 metres, 4 metres, 5 metres, 6 metres, 7 metres, 8 metres. So they're roughly parallel there, 8 metres. This shaft is 30 odd foot deep. So there you are, 8 metres, because the rod's opened up again. So,
It's witchcraft, isn't it?
you know, you can either believe it or you can't, but there is something to it.